Hello, everyone. Welcome back to That Film Guys podcast, where we discuss all things filmmaking. Today's subject, film festivals. What are they like, how to get into them, and win awards. I thought I would share my knowledge about festivals and tell you what to look out for. If you want to know more about this topic, please check out the additional podcast link in the description below. I have a lot of experience with film festivals, from short films and now an upcoming feature-length film, but I'll save that for another video. But let's jump in. Every filmmaker wants to get their content in front of an audience. I have 3 types of criteria for film festivals. Showcasing your work can be very daunting in the beginning because there are over 5,000 venues, and you are probably wondering, where do I fit in? I am here to tell you that there's plenty of opportunities. So as long as you follow these methods, here are the 3 important tips to surviving film festivals. Tip number 1, the thematic elements in your movie should match the festival's interest. You can find more information about festivals and what they're seeking on their website. Some festivals are also genre specific, so you will have to watch out for that as well. Tip number 2, keep your film short. Every film festival has a time slot, but many festivals do not accept over 10 minutes of content because they need to fit your specific film into their screening block. And if it's more than 10 minutes, then it's harder to showcase other people's films. Tip number 3, it's pay to play, so gamble carefully. Think of film festivals like gambling in a casino. There's going to be so many attractions, and you're going to have to spend money on them in order to enjoy and entertain yourself with those attractions. So just be careful and always research before jumping into play. Now, there are small and large festivals. Both can yield advantages and disadvantages. At a smaller festival, attendees can expect to find smaller venues with less crowds. This is dependent on location, of course. Smaller venues are great for gathering a local audience and meeting new filmmakers. Sometimes these events can also have guest speakers. Since these festivals are emerging, there are pros and cons about how they screen their films. Overall, smaller festivals can be great because they can provide momentum for filmmakers to continue entering in larger film festivals. Now, in contrast, larger festivals have multiple events, which can span many days. The echelon of filmmakers are more professional, and there are more opportunities to meet other filmmakers in the film industry, including producers and distributors. The larger the festival, the higher the costs, so be sure to watch out for any hidden fees. Larger festivals usually have a red carpet premiere, they have award dinners, prestigious guests, and great after parties. I have seen backroom deals happen after award shows, and filmmakers can be provided with a goodie bag on their way out. So overall, there is a far better chance of obtaining industry contacts with larger festivals. But you are not so much competing against other filmmakers, more so with yourself and getting the judges' attention. So let's talk about how to enter your film in a film festival. Now, the big question, how will the judges choose one's film? And this is based on experience. So judges are used to seeing hundreds and thousands of submissions every year. They want to see something new. If you have an original film with an interesting premise, you have a greater chance at acceptance than trying to emulate another filmmaker or recreating previously made material. Sometimes being rejected can be a good thing because it tells the filmmaker how far they can go and what they can prove upon. Don't let multiple rejections deter you from entering in festivals. Always try to comprehend why you were rejected, because this can help you grow. So just keep in mind that judges have seen thousands of films for many years, and they're looking for a new independent filmmaker to bring along their own auteurism to a story that they can showcase in their festival. And if you research their website, you're also going to find what genre interests them. So if your film, for example, is a comedy and they're looking for comedic short films, then great. Your film has a way better chance of being accepted than the other genres. The other thing you should look for is the prices of festivals. There's going to be 3 different prices: early bird, regular, and late deadline. And these are all submission deadlines to inform the filmmaker when the submissions are going to be watched and the festival is going to be closed. So filmmakers should always look out for the early bird deadline because this is the least expensive time to submit to these festivals. And so the early bird deadline is going to provide more opportunities because they're still watching films right in the beginning, but they most likely are going to choose the films for the festival for those who enter early. So you just kind of have a better chance of getting in that respect. Now, the late submissions, of course, you probably won't have much of a chance, or you'll have a small amount of chance to getting in because you're entering later. And they've already watched the films by then for the most part. But that advice does not carry over to every film festival. Okay, that's just pretty much what I've noticed from my experience. So overall, you're going to want to impress the judges by researching their festival on the website. And then you're going to want to align your thematic elements with what they're looking for. And so this is really the essence of trying to be officially selected. Now, remember that when you enter into a festival, they have to email you in order to inform you about your selection. And then you can choose to attend the festival. Usually they'll ask that in the email. But that doesn't mean you win. So you have to officially be selected. And then later on, as the events progress, you may or may not receive a festival nomination. But usually they'll tell you up front if you're nominated. And if you are, you should definitely attend. This is pretty much your way of showing your film to audiences and them knowing your presence. Just remember that your nomination is your momentum to entering in larger festivals, getting your name out there, and having some laurels attached to your film poster. All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. Tune in next time to discuss all things filmmaking. Want to know more about filmmaking? Interested in taking your skills to the next level? Well, be sure to contribute to my Patreon account for more updates. I'm always interested in hearing stories, so comment below or message me to pass on industry insight. All right, everyone, stay safe and see you next time.